Hello students, welcome you back to the course of operating system. We are continuing with unit 3. So we will address some of the important terminologies. We have already seen what is the role of memory management in an operating system. We also saw the role of a base and limit register. So in this topic, we will see about how the address binding happens. So we know that there is a logical address, there is a physical address. So we are going to see how the operating system takes care of mapping the logical address to the physical address at the time of memory allocation to the program. And there are three types of addresses basically. So it is symbolic address, which is the address used in source code. When I am writing a program, I will be using variable name, constants, instruction labels. So they will be the basic elements of the symbolic address space. So they become symbolic addresses. Next is what is called as relative addresses. Supposing you are writing a C program, you are giving some variable names. Let's say the area of a circle. So you will have radius R and area variable A and so on. So these are the symbolic addresses. And then relative address means you are compiling the program. You want to execute and see the program, so you will be compiling the program. So the compiler will convert the symbolic addresses into relative addresses. So we will see what this relocatable address is by means of a diagram. Just remember that there is a symbolic address written in our program. It is getting converted to a relative address when the program is getting compiled. And then you have a physical address. That is the address in the main memory. In the memory, there will be an address. So that is the address to which this particular variable name will be mapped. So now every program will be in the disk. And when you are executing, it is brought to the main memory. That is the understanding. So normal procedure is to select one of the processes in the input queue and load it into the main memory. So as the process is executed, it will access the instructions and data from memory, and when it terminates, the memory space is declared available. So that is what is our entire role of memory management. So now in this address binding, what happens is, of the instructions and the data to memory addresses can happen in three different stages. As I told you, we are creating a variable, and then during compile time, the memory location known to prior absolute code will be generated, and then at the load time, it will generate the relocatable code, and during execution time, it will be run in whichever memory location it is expected to run. So that is the understanding. We have a compile time, load time and execution time. So we can see the program. So you can see here source program is there. Compiler or assembler is going to take, that is the compile time. We get an object module. Object module is nothing but your object file, .obj file. When you compile C program, you will see. And then you have a linkage editor. So other modules, any stdio.h, any libraries if you are including, it will get linked here. And then the loading module, you are creating the executable file. So loading the executable file into the loader. So it is going to be run from the loader only. And here some more system libraries, if needed, that will be added. And finally, it is dynamically linked, and you can see the execution of it, runtime execution. So this will be the processing of a user program. So the source program is there. During compile time, it is brought to the main memory, and then the modules are linked. Everything will be available in the secondary storage, and whenever needed, they will be brought in. So first modules are brought here, then the system libraries are brought here, then dynamically all of them are linked. So any method we can use. We will see all this in the next lecture in more detail. So basically, the physical and logical addresses are the same in compile time and load time. Whereas for execution time alone, this address binding will happen, and we will get a different address because it is related to the physical memory part. So this address will be different. Then finally, you have one memory management unit. So this is a hardware device that can that at runtime maps the virtual and physical address. So there is something like a calculator in between. The CPU is generating the logical address which is coming out from your program. Let's say it is 346. Any number. It's going to be a number only. And relocation register is hardware unit like a calculator. It has some address. Always it will get calculated. Now the first program is coming. The address is 14,000. So it is adding 346 and the physical address is given as 14,346. Now the next process when it comes, this relocation register will have the number 14,346 and supposing 500 is brought here, then the physical address will be 14,846. So like that it will get mapped to a new physical address, so that every process is occupying different place in our memory. That is the understanding. When the CPU is bringing it, it has to go and occupy different slots in the memory. So in order to ensure that no two processes go and clash with each other, we are using a relocation register. That is the role of the relocation register, and it is a hardware device, something like a calculator which is sitting here. It will have a register which will keep on incrementing depending on the logical address that is being brought. So this is a very simple scheme, and this is added to every address as we saw. So the base register is called as the relocation register. So we'll stop here and continue with the next topic.